actually, for Alter Ego.
Once again, a quite standard draft from Alter Ego. It all comes down to execution. They have the set, they have the damage. As long as you can... What? Why are you laughing?
He looks like Ray's boy.
Oh,
wait, I haven't seen
is it that funny, Hirachi?
My bad. I'm getting sidetracked, bro.
Oh yeah, and yeah. By the way, let's see though. Is the execution gonna be better in game number 2? I think the answer is gonna be yes, because that was nightmarish performance from Alter Ego in game number 1. Let's see though. What is the adjustment? And can they synergize a bit better this time?
Oh wow.
Communicate much better. Looking at the statistics, Arashi, looks like survivability and also controllability favors towards Alter Ego's draft, so that is something that I can exploit in this game. Let's see though, the two teams that hold family values, GEEK Fam and Alter Ego. Is it gonna be another sweep this day, closing the day on a 6-0, or is it gonna be a game number 3 of Alter Ego versus GEEK Fam?
The looks of it, it might be a clean sweep, but Alter Ego are definitely gonna try and put up a fight. Now with a Valentina Ruby combo in the mid lane, we'll see what they can do against a Zask, right? It's a high-value pick, and the Valentina kind of lacks the spammability of spells to try and deny the clearing that is assisted by the Nightmarish spawn. But Beloyski might be able to swing things more in balance of them as well. So it's always a full-on skirmish here, and then the jungle becomes the third party, usually at least.
Yeah, so slowly but surely at this point, right? They're just trying to utilize this mid-prio Alter Ego. This time definitely favoring them, but Beloy still staying active on the Edith, trying to be as annoying as he can. Beloy playing like Beloy.
Look at Roundel's EXP compared to Beloy though. That is a drawback when you're using a Jask. Giving a bit of EXP and also gold away to the opposing mid laner, and now they can lane a much more carefree, like let go some of the minions that they're supposed to take and still hits level 4 before the first objective begins.
Yeah, the emblem by GamesMax though. A boy went for the weapon mastery though, so he's looking at a late game Zask approach right here. And everyone else, it's all about sustainability, man. Tenacity is on 3 members as usual. GEEK Fam are just going for this skirmish, scrappy style, and they get low HP very often. So this tenacity is going to be very valuable. Whereas for Alter Ego, Roundel and Owen are going with the Wilderness Blessing. So they're trying to use that movement speed to try and augment the tempo, the gameplay, and maybe back up Niall, right? We talked about Niall being one of the highlighted matchups right here. They're trying to get him some success by backing him up again and again, and he's been able to win out the Litho battle at least the past few times in this early 2-minute mark.
A much quieter early game from both of these teams makes sense because Beloyski is not on health. Meanwhile though, Vincent in trouble.
Chunked already, Nino no penalty zone just yet. Roundel actually steals with Lycan Form there, as the boy flickers out to safety, still not level 4. So for GEEK Fam, they're gonna have to give this away. Niall picks it up. Owen finds the time offended onto Beloyski, forcing out the flicker from Beloy. GEEK Fam will take that loss. They will concede the neutral objective and just focus on farming again.
Finally, a bit more decisiveness from Alter Ego. That flicker, I'm offended. It's definitely very decisive from Owen, getting that flicker away from Beloyski. And ooh, a bit of a technical issue there, but don't mind.
See now, a boy just trying to clear the waves. You can see that there's a clear advantage here for Alter Ego. So things are moving better in their direction. They have to keep in mind that earlier, GEEK Fam were the ones with a very aggressive composition. This time, they can wait for the late game. They have a carry, they have a Zask with weapon mastery, and they have an Edith. If this game goes the distance, they won't be too concerned as Owen makes a read onto the bush, but nobody was there.
You've got to take the gambles. Sometimes the fish is there. Right now, Chidera and Heist, they're laning quite normally, I guess. It's a Moskov and a carry. It's going to be a bit of a dead lane unless Owen and Beloyski is going to be there to help them out. And so far, they're opting to go a bit more active on the top lane. That's where the objective, first objective was.
Ooh, Vincent still gets that EXP buff though, EXP crab. Beloyski and Chidera on the bottom side. And an all-in, I think it still favors GEEK Fam though.
Great, I'm offended. Spear of Misery to Chidera, gonna be locked down. Good SOD! And he's gonna follow over it. Beloyski has a Primal Wrath, dealing some damage back on the highs. Gonna sustain as well. The Spear of Misery gets him out. Roundel's looking for the flank. Beloyski's gonna be gacked now. He has to Shatter, finds it.
Ain't no way.
Niall, Spear of Alpha ready for it. What was that? Niall with a big whiff on the Spear of Alpha.
Beloyski looking like Kyrie Irving, breaking ankles all over the place. There was 4 people kicking up on him, and no one died from GEEK Fam's side. That was insane. lane. And also a lot of errors as well from Alter Ego.
Happy feet from Beloyski. That's a tilter, man. Now Nino checks in. Might get caught out though.
Oh, final slash, great one to cancel the penalty zone too, and Vincent gets out of the penalty zone. Nino gonna be scratched down, so able to escape for a bit. A boy gets out of the dominance descent, but has already done so much damage. Roundel unable to get anyone down. Owen tries to get close again. Oh, and SOD all the way from the top now. Owen! A massive overall wall game of Vincent. So finds the turtle. Gob's still gonna be slain as he finds the first blood there. Highs able to retaliate, picking up a double kill for himself.
2 kills and 1 kill and a turtle. Arashi, what do you think win that one?
Alter Ego came out on top there, taking 2 kills. They did lose a turtle, I believe, but they were able to actually get multiple kills right there. And Nino, in fact, did not get taken down. He got really, really low. So low, in fact, you didn't see his HP bar anymore, but he got out there. So Alter Ego showing some signs of life right here, especially when it comes to those skirmishes. Whenever, I guess, it's a more generic teamfight composition, a more just dive-heavy situation, they're doing pretty okay right here compared to earlier when they have to deal with the weird play from Beloyski. Look at Chidera.
Great gank into the bottom lane. Chidera speared to death, and Highs. This is where he gets online. 3 kills up now. Beloy in the bush. Onward, Owen. No, I'm offended this time.
Finally, getting some good kills on towards the gold laner. Meanwhile, Vincent will use that advantage on the top lane when there's no Alter Ego members there. Arashi, so far it's just a whole different Alter Ego we're seeing right now.
It's a very different Alter Ego. It's an aggressive Alter Ego, but it's also an Alter Ego that is playing a more straightforward style. They're not really forced to try and go and contend with the macros. It's all about just coming in as 5 people and try and do their best when it comes to the fights, right? Get the right pickoffs, target the right person. It's a lot more straightforward of an approach, and I think it really fits the fact that Alter Ego are less experienced, and that GEEK fam has shown that in a macro contest, they just outclass Alter Ego every single time. Now with Highs on the far side, pushing for the turret as well. There's a chance for a Spear of Destruction play, but look at Owen.
Wow, good juke away from the I'm offended there, utilizing the vengeance to get behind him.
Intelligent play from Gops. Good debut, I gotta say. A solid for a rookie. Well, can't really expect a debut like Enoch all the time, but he's doing just fine for GEEK fam. And now, Vincent versus Niall once again.
Nino has a penalty zone, great final slash into the stun. Owen gonna be locked down with the dominance descent. Vincent would like to bounce now. Looking for a great chain CC with the Fear of Alpha. Displacing everybody, but Primal Rat is still there, and they're gonna be able to out-sustain Alter Ego. Winning out in the skirmish. It's a double for Beloy. He does get taken down, but that's value if I've ever seen value. GEEK fam now, they say we don't need to contest for the turtle. We got a man advantage. They just play with the turret first and then proceed towards the neutral objective.
It took 2 insane Donran Wolf King for Alter Ego to get something out of GEEK fam just now. 2 skirmishes in a row. Owen made a really good CC on towards the members of GEEK fam. But it turns out GEEK fam right now, they prevail.
Only now has Nino completed his Dominance Ice, by the way. So he went for the World Club earlier and then straight for Dominance Ice. Now looking for more, because again, in the macro decisions, the fact that they had the man advantage and we saw Alter Ego gear up for another skirmish, GEEK just simply went for the turrets. It's that intelligent style, right? The GEEK style. Big brain Beloy that is allowing them to just outclass Alter Ego. In the fights, you're seeing that GEEK fans were the ones struggling to really match all these combos, but they just find ways to make it work. They make sure they have to stay apart from each other though, because the next time there's a big fight, a big combo, a big engage from Nino might just swing the balance far enough to the side of Alter Ego.
Now Vincent's gonna play the far lane, forcing the opposing gold laner Highs to take care of it. But in the long run, I feel like Highs and Alter Ego will have the advantage with that Spear of Destruction. Meanwhile, Beloyski is looking for food here. I don't think he's gonna get it. And also, the backup is just not there yet.
Well, we'll have to see right now. Beloyski is definitely sending a message, outclassing Owen once more. He's still concealed though.
What?
Overcommitted!
All alone, Owen decided to go for that, and he gets punished. Gob smacked. Beloyski with Onward, missing that one. Nino stunned up. Dominator's descent, forcing Nino back. Luckily for Alter Ego, they have Highs. The all-reliable Moskov up top, split pushing. They're gonna have to send Beloyski to deal with him.
Gotta say, I think that's a winning trait for Alter Ego. They took out the second tier turret, Arashi.
It's a split push style that's really winning them that situation. We've seen a lot of teams attempt to try and do the same thing, and it does work until a set point where the team that you're fighting finds enough patterns, enough tells to know when to actually go for a team fight. And they'll be able to actually get control and force you to join even when you don't want to. Such a moment is now with 1 second to the Lord spawning. GEEK can really burst this down and force Heist to immediately rotate or risk losing his team in a 5v4.
Yeah,
Heist though.
really depends on how Heist connects his Spear of Destruction, because we've seen it over and over again. It didn't connect and it really cost them the game. Right now, Nino.
Great penalty zone into Spear of Alpha comes! And Beloyski going to be taken down. Heist joins in the fight, but has to purify. Now he still gets absolutely demolished. Chadera against the world. The fadeaway round to 1 HP. Chadera flickers forward, but is unable to find him.
Oh, wow.
It's got a Spear of Alpha, still able to escape for a bit, but now Chadera is just wreaking havoc on Niall together with our boy. The two ex-teammates of Niall showing him, rather, hey, we're doing all fine, we're doing all good.
That was a decent engage, I gotta say, from Nino getting 2, but what happened, Rashi? What made them lose the fight in the end?
Roundel. They're just all coming in and they have no enough damage. Now Boydo gets low. Roundel!
Flickers back, Roundel, Dominator's descent. How are you gonna tackle this one? Roundel steps back and he sails it away to recover for Alter Ego.
They took the risk and actually paid for it. GEEK fam losing that one to Roundel. Great steal and gives Alter Ego a little bit of hope here after that terrible team fight.
A terrible turn of events for GEEK fam. They're losing the Lord, committing, and they weren't expecting Roundel to show up out of nowhere to try and make the hero play. Nino now caught in the front. With the Lord coming in, GEEK fam want to try and find a fight. They want to try and equalize here.
Oh, wow. Owen dashing into the final stash earlier. Nino going to be chain CC'd. Now with the Primal Rider, Dominator's descending in the back. Even Vincent getting rid of Owen, or getting rid of Nino, rather. They're all everywhere. And now with the Lord advantage, that Roundel worked so hard to get. They can't get anything.
This was the moment that Alter Ego needs to have the waves empowered, to have the Lord pushing down in order to split push even more strategically. But GEEK fam immediately went for the fight, and Alter Ego, they fell for the bait, man. They got caught out right there. That was the worst case scenario for them. Losing the Lord, losing the tempo. Now they're back to square one where GEEK fam are the ones controlling. And they can't do this, man. GEEK fam is a team that is well known for just the decisive engages in the late game. You're trying to split push against a team like this? That's a bold move.
Yeah, and Gops ripped that one like a book, man. He knows that he overextended a little bit. And Owen was trying to punish him, but voila, Uno reverse card. There you go, final slash, 2 people. And now GEEK fam has the lead finally. The gold swings towards GEEK fam.
Now with the control over the map for GEEK fam, you can see High is a bit more reluctant to move around the map, forced to group as 5. But this only plays into the game plan of GEEK fam. Without the turrets as security in the Alter Ego are kind of much more limited, at least until the next Lord comes up, where they can kind of predict at least somehow where the members of GEEK fam are. For now, every single bush could spell disaster, man, with Beloyski and Gobs on the hunt, with a possibility for both of them to engage on multiple members. What the read?
Well, yes, you have to be careful when there's a Ruby on the opposing side, Arashi. That's just basic roaming one-on-one from Beloyski. And now I feel like Alter Ego, they need to just somehow keep Heist alive, especially when he's up 2k gold lead against his counterpart Chadera. 2 gold laners with 2 different stories. And now Alter Ego, what will they do to kind of just keep them safe when you have this kind of dives coming in? You have Vincent, you have Gobs, you have Beloyski. What kind of peel are they looking for? What kind of strategy they're trying to cook here?
Unfortunately for them, the issue right here is the fact that if they don't go for an engage from Nino or from Owen, they're the ones that are getting poked down by the Nightmare spawns, by the, by these long-range shots from Vincent, from Chadera as well with the Star. Now with a Wind of Nature completed as well, Chadera, it's kind of equalized to Heist, but with the Malefic War completed, Heist has a lot of damage potential, but you can bet that GEEK fam will not let him free hit in the next fight.
Once they see the Moskov, I think they will be very confident in going for the final. I think they did spot the Moskov up top, throwing up the wave earlier, so good job by Chadera to shove the wave in before the Lord. But even now, because the Moskov is still not seen, they're taking their time with the Lord. Or Shatter from Beloski into the onward. Now Vincent just hitting from behind that wall. The damage is set. Now final slash from Gobs into the back. Moskov still clearing up top, and Ultra Ego might have to give this away. The Spirit Destruction connecting. Beloski still able to find the Earth Shatter. There's Niall. Gets knocked up in the Lord there. Owen's still dishing out damage. Vincent gets shredded. Chidera can do some damage on the roundup. The Lord's still free, and it's Niall who picks it up. Alter Ego come alive in the 14th minute of the game. Chidera still there, has a boy to back him up. They'll back away.
They got to, but the follow-up was not there. Two teams split up for GEEK fam. One is taking the Lord, and also one is trying to take care of the frontliners of Alter Ego. And when you like trying to do two things at the same time, it's not gonna be good.
Sierra Alpha now into the penalty zone. Chidera's able to flicker out the safety. Gobs unable to find the final slash. It's a stun over to Nino. Still with the minions there. Heis makes quick work out of that base turret.
There's more AoE, more burst damage available for Alter Ego. The Zaz pick that's just so contested and so useful, it's kind of biting GEEK fam in the back right here. It's just not outputting the same kind of damage that Roundel can do on this Valentina. With the Lord coming in, Alter Ego, can they equalize? Can they make this work?
We'll see. Mid lane base turret taken out. Owen unfortunately unable to find the I'm offended. It's a big Lord still up top and a big wave down below. Now they're sent down with instantly Heis. Abyss Walker forward. A final rat now by Beloski, immobilizing them down. Niall still able to escape. They're on the chase, walking up forward, dashing up forward. And now they're going to have to deal with the bottom wave. GEEK fam defend.
Boy, his spawn is just getting obliterated right away. And this late of a game. And right now, what's the use of this Nightmaric spawn in the end?
That's what we're talking about. When you have burst damage, the Dominus Descent can be deleted very, very easily. Boy didn't even have time to exit from the Dominus Descent when he got immediately like bursted down, nuked down immediately. So for Alter Ego right here, against so much damage, they just have to try and find the right targets at the right time. If they can get their hands onto Heis here, it's definitely a fight that favors them with a late game carry. But Niall sending a message with two base turrets taken out. Fortunately for GEEK fam, the side farthest away from the Lord is still standing. So it helps with the split push situation, but Alter Ego are prepared. They're just waiting for the next Lord to come up so they can do the exact same thing. It's on to GEEK fam to try and adapt, to try and make some kind of play that can work.
3k gold lead for Heist over Chidera, but it's only about a half item difference at this point for these two marksmen, so I don't think it's gonna be that much either. Yeah, and right now, GEEK fam, only about down 2k gold lead. It's not really that bad either. The comeback chance is still definitely there if you get the right engage and also try to somehow use that descent or the spawn from a boy to be able to be useful. And the way to do that is to chain that with a CC coming in from Beloski or maybe Cops.
They can try and do that, but they don't really have the same kind of combo, right? For Alter Ego, if they land a massive penalty zone or unoffended, then the follow-up could be so devastating from Niall, from Heis as well. You have to remember the Spear of Destruction kind of does damage to everyone in the hit vicinity. Whereas for GEEK fam, it's not a single target damage. It's a lot of slow damage from the Primal Wrath, from the basic attacks, the passive from the carry. So they just have to survive the initial combo. If they can do that, I believe they have enough damage to win out in the front to back, as long as they don't clump up for Heis to just delete multiple people at the same time. Here comes the Lord Dance. This is GEEK fam's territory, but we've seen Alter Ego beat them at this game before.
You know, penalty zone, finding three. Chidera still able to space himself. Roundel into the back line. He goes so very aggressive. Owen! What an amazing, I'm offended there. Into the Dominus Descent, and Vincent is going to be next to the chopping block as Owen continues the chase. Roundel finds a double. That was just a boy and Gobs left to defend. And even a boy, he does not have the Dominus Descent. He does not have the resources to look for the defense. Gobs still going at it on the full dive. Gobs finding a massive final slash, but it ain't big enough to save them from an equalizer from Alter Ego.
An equalizer. They're looking definitely sharper than before.